Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Two Idiots, One Controller. Alex here, and today I've got a tutorial for you guys. A Feed the Beast tutorial on how to keep your nuclear reactor safe, but still outputting a good amount of energy. And I'm going to be showing a good setup that I thought of, at least, that I think will work best for everyone. It should, at least. First off, I'm not going to put the crafting recipes and how to make the nuclear reactor and the reactor chambers because I don't have that kind of time. But I will tell you this, each of these little blocks you see out here with the nuclear emblem on it, these are reactor chambers. Right in the very center of this is the nuclear reactor itself. The reason I have all these reactor chambers out here is because it makes the nuclear reactor that much bigger and that much it gives you that much more space for activities and stuff. I don't know why I just said activities, but I'm gonna be showing you showing off that first of all you're going to want to get uranium cells. You're going to want to get uranium cells. I used dual uranium cells because they output more energy than a single one, oddly enough, right? And you're going to need coolant cells. I picked 60k coolant cells because they're the highest type of coolant cells. I just spawned these in. I obviously didn't make them. And then you're going to need heat vents and heat capacity reactor plating. Nice. Now what the overclocked heat vents do is that they keep it so that way the coolant cells don't get destroyed easily, at least. They're here to make sure to keep the temperature down, so that way. Let me turn down my volume. God damn, it seems loud. There we go. The heat vents make it so that way the coolant cells last longer, and the coolant cells keep the heat from spreading too far with the dual uranium cells. And I recommend having at least 3 dual uranium cells with 4 coolant cells and heat vents per thing, because it's much safer than the average one while still maintaining a good EU output. And then the heat capacity reactor plating is to increase the amount of heat that the nuclear reactor lag spike that the nuclear reactor itself can sit on. Why am I lagging so bad? But yes, the heat capacity reactor plating keeps it so that way there's a much higher heat absorption rate, whatever. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but yeah, because if it gets too hot, it starts to set things around it on fire. Then things turn to lava, and then boom, and that's it. And if you guys are wondering what this little antenna thingy on the side is, this is a wireless receiver, and you can set it to any frequency between 0 to 5,000, which I think is kind of cool. And over here I have a wireless transmitter over here set to the same frequency of 10. And the reason that is because if you look in here, unlike the older version of Industrial Craft, or whatever, yeah, I think this is a part of Industrial Craft, just because there are uranium cells inside of it doesn't mean that it's on. If you set a redstone signal with it, which just like a repeater, there's that red line that'll set the redstone signal on, it'll turn on and it'll start to work. You can't see it, but if you see that number right there by the dual uranium cell, it's ticking upwards, which means that its durability is going down slowly, but it's going. And in here it is setting off a nice long string of fucking EU. I can't talk because I'm a bit of a that's why. And this is easily one of the strongest forms of strongest forms of EU output, but obviously the most dangerous. And one thing I forgot to show you guys, and why the hell is it like this? There we go. One thing that I forgot to show you guys is for those of you who don't know, in Zycraft or whatever you want to call it, I forget what it's called. There are these bricks right here, which are shields essentially, which are pretty expensive to make. Not gonna lie, pretty expensive. They absorb all like explosions and blasts and whatnot, And just to show you guys what I mean, I'm gonna test it out over here. Watch, I'm gonna just build a nice wall over here, so that way when it explodes it'll kick back and go out that way, but everything right in front of here will be perfectly fine. So take that out, all that, and let's get some quad uranium cells in there. Click, click, click. I should probably knock that off real quickly, because I'm going to want to get out of the blast zone, because it is going to lag the fuck out of my game, and probably crash it. So let's put the, put that off. Oh, that's a transmitter, this is the receiver. 10. And watch now as this gets devastated. Wait for it. Wait for it. What? Yep, there goes my frame rate. I can feel it. Here comes the lag, spike, or the crash. Yep, my fan is starting to heat up. What? Yeah, dude, what? Alright then. Looks like that was another episode of 2 Idiots 1 Controller. That did not go the way I planned. So this is Alex, and I'm just saying it would be much appreciated if you guys dropped a like and a subscribe. If not, go fuck yourself, because this was some moderately informative tutorials right here, okay? See ya, fuckers.